Hey there, Nicole Perrone, billion dollar banker. Thanks for joining today. I'm here today to talk to you a little bit about some MBA information that I think is important as loan officers and realtors and home buyers assess the market. In 2021, lenders originated a record amount of mortgages where we almost closed about $4.5 trillion in business. Now, that's in contrast to what the MBA forecasts in 2024, which is a $2 trillion mortgage market. The good news is that $2 trillion mortgage market this year that we're forecasting is up 1.6 trillion from 2023. So we're moving in the right direction. When you look at the numbers and you look at the mortgages that are given both to fund purchases and refinances, there's still a shortage of home ownership. We've been hovering around 65% of people that are homeowners across the country for quite some time, and there's an opportunity to grow that number. Of the 13 trillion in mortgage debt that's outstanding today, roughly 9 trillion of it is securitized by Ginnie, Fannie, and Freddie. So the other 4 trillion, you may ask, where is that? That's traditionally mortgage debt that's held by bank portfolios as whole loans. So if you look at the overwhelming majority of the business, the 9 trillion of the 13 trillion is in the Fannie, Freddie, and Ginnie space. Now, before the great financial crisis, as much as half of the securitized mortgage volume was private label. And in today's housing market, we're seeing something very different. Typically, about 80% of all mortgages that are issued use 30-year fixed financing, while many others that are looking to refi sometimes opt for a shorter term, like a 15 or 20-year mortgage. The small percentage of the overall volume is actually your adjustable rate loans, like your 5, 7, and 10-year fixed products. In 2022, I thought this data was really powerful. In 2022, HMDA data shows that 70% of home buyers who used a mortgage took out conventional conforming securitized loans through the GSEs. 14% used FHA and 9% used VA. Only 6% of the overall mortgage market was conventional jumbo loans. So as a loan officer, when you're out there, you can clearly see that 94% of the overall business, and this was in 2022, I'd argue it might even be bigger at this stage, but you can see very clearly that 94% of the total business is government, FHA, VA, and conventional loans. So when you're looking at your business and you're analyzing what your percentage of business looks like, I'd argue that you should try to get that to mirror what it is that you're seeing in the market. So imagine a big pie and 94% of it is taken up by these government loans. And then the other 4% of it here is jumbo. What part of that pie would you be focused on as an originator? Now, the MBA mortgage application data typically shows that about 90% of applications for buyers who intend to occupy as a primary residence. The other 10% are second homes and investment properties. So the same goes for who are you focused on? Are you focused on investors, on second home purchases, or are you focused on that big percentage of 80% that are buying their primary residence? Now, of course, all homeowners don't utilize mortgage financing. When we look across the board in 2023, the overall percentage of cash was 28%. Now, some geographies obviously have a way higher density. I've read places like New York City are about 70% cash. So it depends on the geography. Everything's a little bit different. But one of the things that was really interesting that I wanted to go through here with you, when you think about the overall pool of first-time home buyers, this is a big piece that we need to think about considering as mortgage originators in this market. That you can see here statistically, roughly half of all purchase mortgages were for first-time home buyers who can they're relying mainly on government housing for their loans. In particular, listen to this, FHA supported affordable mortgage financing for more than 478,000 first-time home buyers in the fiscal year of 2023. That represented more than 82% of its forward mortgage business. So FHA's share of business, 82% of it was first-time home buyer. You have to think 50% of the industry is first-time home buyers. What are you doing to market to that 50% of the business? 94% of the securitized mortgages today are conventional, FHA, and VA. What are you doing to grow your business in those spaces? I hope this information helps you. If you haven't checked out the MBA.org website, it has a ton of helpful information like this. And follow our page. We'll be hearing and talking to you about much more of this information. Look forward to speaking with you soon.